having fun in the hobby room. Hope you join me. Please subscribe. F86 build coming soon. More and more videos. Welcome back to Randy's hobby room. Okay, we got this side done. All I got left is to put this side on. I've cut this little piece off to fit so it goes down. Right. I've got my timer. I'm going to mix up my 30-minute epoxy. We're going to apply it liberally. And I'm going to have this wing finished. You can see in the background there. I'll show you the last two pieces that aren't built. The fuselage. The front of it. So we'll get that. First off, I'm going to get a 30-minute epoxy mixed. Get this nibble in here. All these nice spots. And I'll be back in a minute. Okay, done. Epoxies. There we go. That panel epoxied in nice. Turn this over. There we go. A wing for an F86. Okay. So, I'm going to set the wing aside. And my last video there, I think I showed you how it worked. So we set the wing aside. I'm going to start working on this part. Yeah, that's going to be fun. That and the wire. That's for retractable. That's for my front landing gear. Remember, I never finished it. We got to make this steerable front landing gear. So that's going to be a cable, a pull system. I forgot to epoxy this in when I was epoxying, but I still got to do that into the wing. So I'll have to do that before I put the wing down. And then here, the halves, I'll get them put together. I got it marked here where I have to put my servo for my steering. But we'll have to get that done up. And then we'll put the airplane together. We're just getting close. We gotta paint it still. This is gonna be a big job painting. It's a lot of airplane. But we'll do it. Be back soon. I'm gonna go eat some food. And we'll start working on the main fuselage. Okay, got the wing out of the way. Now, I just taped this together. But if you see on here, this landing gear is too long. The wheel hits. So, I'm going to carve the foam out there. First off though, if you see here, I have to put this all the way back to get this to fit. I want this as far forward as possible. So I got to carve some of the wood out here to allow for my steering arm here. So I'm going to carve the wood out with the Dremel. And I'm going to get this mounted in here, screwed on. And I have to cut this little bit out here. Now, man, after I get that screwed on, this here has to go inside and up under just the right height under here so it misses that landing gear. And then the cables from here to here, but that length has to be determined by the landing gear being out because the steering goes loose when the landing gear comes up. So the servo will still turn with the rudder. It won't make the wheel turn inside here. My oh my. I'm just thinking now. There's got to be a better way to do this. I'm going to take a peek. I have the cables here. Comes with the kit. There's got to be a better way because man. I really not have the servo inside the ducting, but I guess I have no choice, do I? Maybe I'll put some aerodynamic over the bottom of this thing. So inside there, I don't know. Tell me hints, you guys, if you've never done this before. But I see my marks were right there. So right about there is where this will glue in and allow for steering. That's because it's just below the landing gear. Okay. Well, it's horrible sound on the video. See, I left marks there. We'll see if I can get that mounted in there. I don't know how. Man, I think I gotta put it way more forward and get it. We'll see. Yeah, I think I make a piece of styrofoam. That'll be aerodynamic. Where this wire has to go up. So the wires for this. So that's okay. I need both wires to go up to the airplane somewhere. Let's get this ground out and get this mounted. Start figuring this out. Okay, so I got 2 bolts on the front landing gear. Sort of mounted. Remember, I set the tape together. I ground that little bit out there that's just perfect for the wheel fits up there. Okay, I got cutaway and ground here so my steering linkage can go there. Really wish I didn't have that there. Oh well. I wonder if I could cut that. We'll leave it like this. I'll be okay with that, I guess. We'll leave that. Now, I sort of got some lines in there, or marks where I want this servo to go. So I go like this in here, and it's going to mount up here, high enough to have the wires to go here to handle the steering, but low enough so that when the landing gear comes down, it doesn't hit the servo. So I got 2 marks in there. I'm going to undo the landing gear here from one side only. And my tape. Undo my tape. I'm going to undo these other tapes. I ordered a pilot, so I hope when I get him he's the right size. We'll see. If not, I got my little kamikaze pilot there. He'll be my new jet pilot. I bet you he'll be excited about that. Okay, so I had the tape off, and I got that wheel on that one side. So, now if you can see in here, I got little nicks where I had a piece of wood going in. So I'm going to cut out a nice little tray here on both sides for the steering servo to mount to. Yep, we're going to cut that out. And now we bring the camera down here. You're gonna watch me do that. Okay, so I want it to be flat here. That's where it sits, right there. Now, that servo wood will fit in here. I can epoxy it. It's just going to hold the steering, and the cable's only when it's steering, so it won't have I think I'm doing a little extra here, but I'll top it up with epoxy. Okay, so there, now you see, yeah, that'll fit in nice. I don't know how far forward I want to go. I think that's about all I need to cut. That's lots forward. If not, we'll have to untape it and take a look at it again. Take it this side. It goes this way all the same distance. That's for that side. See? It just barely hits there, so that's about as far as I can go. Now we're on the cables from these sides up to this here. On the other, on the servo, I gotta build this. My battery tray in here. And what do the instructions say we gotta do? What else do we have to do? I did that, the nose cone. Oh, I see. Here, cockpit latch. So, I'm going to put this back together and tape it. I'm going to start working on this. This is going to be a long, tedious job, I think, hooking this wire up. Let's see here. Oh, is that what I think it is? It is, isn't it? There's a groove here. See this groove? That's where my wires are going to go for my landing steering and my landing gear. Then I really have to make something. To go over the bottom of the servo. I think I need to make a piece of styrofoam that'll be aerodynamic. That goes over that, so that it can be nice in there. And I gotta do all this before I glue it. Same as when I was gonna make it. I'm gonna just make it out, eh? You see, I'm going to have to undo the landing gear off that side and put it on this side because I want to run the wires for it as well, for my retract system. I'm going to go all out on that, I think. I don't like the plug being that close to the retracts. Right? This plug. So I'm going to cut all the lines and I'm going to solder this. It'll be a way smaller joint. So I don't, this is hard enough to put wires up in here. I don't need this inside the ducting. So I'll have to cut that and get it joined. Okay. I'll do these couple things and I'll be right back. Okay. And I'll tape back together. And the screw on this one side only. right? Cool. Now, the servo. Oh, did I mention that I soldered the there. That's where the servo will mount, alright? I believe that'll be just right for those cables. And the right height so that when the gear comes out it doesn't hit it. So, all I have to worry about really is its disturbance, but I don't think it's going to cause much disturbance in there. I really don't. There's a lot of opening in this plane. Plus this here allows air in. So, oh, what am I going to do here? We're going to have to epoxy this into this one side, I guess. While this is together, I'll epoxy that into that one side for the steering. So I won't be able to put the other side in until I actually glue the whole thing together. But if I put the landing gear here and epoxy this to the one side, it'd be way easier to hook up the steering control lines. Or do I do it here? Ah, man, let me think on that for a minute. I'll think on that for a minute. And maybe I'll upload a video or two here of me finishing or doing some of this work. And maybe you guys can leave a comment on what I should do. I think that's going to work there. But I got this wire here. The wire came in the kit, right? So, but I don't know about joining it here. Well, the wire is here. Okay. The wire's here somewhere. How come I can't see it now? Isn't that silly? Oh well. I'll hook it up, take a peek. I gotta think about this.